dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is Power Grind Boxing, where we're dedicated to the great sport of boxing. I need you to subscribe right now for another jab of boxing news around the world, commentary and entertainment with a focus on honoring those of the past and the present who have made a positive contribution to this great sport that we call boxing. This is Quick Jab, and right now we're talking about the Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia bout that was held Saturday night, and oh my goodness, it exceeded all expectations and it generated a tremendous amount of money. According to most sources, the Showtime Pay-Per-View views for this main event, it garnered over 1.2 million buys. Oh my God. Now, that surpassed an estimated projection of around 750,000 buys. You got what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God. Now, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis stopped Ryan Garcia in the 7th round with a knockout, and I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was a non-title fight, and it was held at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and it attracted crazy numbers. You got what I'm saying? I'm talking about the audience was like 21,000 people, and it generated an estimated $23 million in ticket sales. That is crazy. You got what I'm saying? Oh my God, that is just ridiculous. Now, this ranks like 5th in Nevada boxing history, and it falls behind Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao, and that generated around $73 million. The Mayweather Conor McGregor generated like $60 million. And when Canelo Alvarez fought Triple G or Gennady Golovkin, they generated $30 million. When Alvarez fought, I think, Golovkin for the second time, it generated around $25 million. Now, that's really, really crazy. Now, what's also crazy is that people are always saying how pay-per-view is dying. Pay-per-view is dying, right? Because, you know, statistically, there has been a decline in pay-per-view sales. But guess what? These guys right here, Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, has proven that, hey, with the right matchup, people will try, they will buy. You got what I'm saying? Now, of course, pay-per-views are falling and declining because people are finding different ways to participate in piracy. You got what I'm saying? And, you know, this pay-per-view, which I purchased, it was like $85. You got what I'm saying? Like, it was like $84.99 plus tax. You got what I'm saying? It was like $100 right there. You got what I'm saying? But a lot of individuals did buy, including myself. You got what I'm saying? And we definitely enjoyed that fight right there. You got what I'm saying? But, you know, it just is what it is. This Davis Garcia fight, it generated so much money, and so many different people who were involved got paid. You got what I'm saying? And it was crazy because it was a different type of pay-per-view, because you had DAZN getting money off of it. You had Golden Boy Promotions getting money off of it. Of course, you had Showtime. You know, you had the PBC. You got GT. You got so many different people with their hand in that pot. And man, I am so happy that it generated the money that it was supposed to generate. Now, what's crazy is that Ryan Garcia had this gigantic and this obsession and this crazy ambition to make this fight happen. And since Ryan Garcia had this obsession to make the fight happen, then it became priority for Golden Boy, even though Golden Boy did not want to make the fight. But Ryan Garcia, he championed this fight right here, and that made the fight a necessity. So it was just crazy. So many entities combined. I'm talking about Al Heyman's Premier Boxing Champions, Golden Boy Promotions, Showtime, DAZN. All of these individuals got together and they made a plan, and they just held the biggest boxing event of 2023. Now, since Ryan could not make the weight of 135 pounds, he had to negotiate to 136-pound catch weight. You got me? That's the reason why the title wasn't on the line. And then guess what? Gervonta Davis, he shot back with a rehydration clause since Ryan Garcia could not make the weight of 135. You got what I'm saying? And then that rehydration clause restricted both boxers from weighing in over 146 pounds. You got what I'm saying? Now, what's really crazy is that this amazing joint venture, it proved to be profitable because Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis, they got 4 times as many buys as any of the previous pay-per-views that, Tank had already headlined. You got what I'm saying? And that proves the star power of Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. Now, Tank Davis has already sold out arenas in Baltimore. He sold out other arenas in Los Angeles, Atlanta, Brooklyn, DC. You got what I'm saying? But this event that just passed with Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, it exceeded all those numbers. You got what I'm saying? And it exceeded it by like $20 million. You got what I'm saying? That's just, it's really crazy. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, shouts out to Gervonta Davis. Man, shouts out to Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis, he is an explosive, popular southpaw. He hails from Baltimore, Maryland. You got what I'm saying? And look, he knocked down Garcia twice, you know what I'm saying? Once in the second round, and then he knocked him out of the box in the 7th round. You got what I'm saying? Now, it was crazy to see Ryan Garcia take a knee in the 7th round due to that left hook to the body, or it was a left to the body. And you could see, I was, when I was looking at the referee, I think his name was Taylor or Thomas, maybe Thomas Taylor or something like that. He had to stop it. You could see blood dripping out of Ryan Garcia's nose. And before, it was called off as a knockout, even the judges, all of them had Davis leading on the scorecards through the 6 rounds. You got what I'm saying? Now, there's some controversy in that, but to me, this was an excellent performance. I am so happy that they generated the numbers that they generated so individuals can't talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, when you don't surpass the projections of your pay-per-view in this new era of boxing, everyone has a problem. Now, my issue is, when did pay-per-view numbers become the dominant communication or the talking point of two fighters exhibiting their talent? I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Like, man, people, this is not a popularity contest, but it seems like it is. And in this day and era, it seems like it is a popularity contest. So Tank Davis, he's becoming even more popular. We know that Ryan Garcia, even though he took an L, he's still popular. And whoever fights Ryan next, because I'm telling you, what I think is going to happen, I think they're going to build Ryan's profile again. And guess what? When they see these numbers right here, look, it has to be a Garcia Davis part 2. It has to be. When you see these types of numbers, and one thing I will say about both of these guys, they know how to build a fight. They were beefing. They were talking about each other. They was fussing. They was doing everything that you're supposed to do to sell a fight. I really enjoyed it. Now, I don't think that everyone is supposed to do things that way, but these guys really were having problems, and you could see the tension. Now I wasn't in their physical presence, but you could see the tension between these individuals. And man, I was like, OMG, are they going to be cool? Now, what I didn't like is, Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins and Golden Boy, they did not have Ryan Garcia's back. You got what I'm saying? At the post fight press conference, they just were no-go. You know what I'm saying? They just were a no-show. They were a no-go. They're like, no, I'm not going to go. You got what I'm saying? Didn't like that. Didn't respect that. Hope Garcia finds new management and new people in his corner that's really in his corner. Win, lose, or draw, that's how it's supposed to be. You got what I'm saying? That's what I really like about Gervonta Tank Davis's side. Hey, they believe in loyalty. You got what I'm saying? And I'm a strong supporter of individuals who pride themselves in having loyalty, because listen, at the end of the day, that's all you have. You got what I'm saying? But look, I'm so happy that they shattered the 2023 expectations of pay-per-view vibes. But I just want you to understand that pay-per-view vibes, they just not everything. People buy whatever they want to buy on pay-per-view. But that doesn't mean that a fighter is popping or not popping or flopping just because their pay-per-view vibes are not okay. You got what I'm saying? And I understand that I keep messing up my sentences. I mean pay-per-view buys, even though I keep saying pay-per-view vibes. I'm just like, what in the world am I talking about? Slap me down right now. My sentences are messing up, so I need to get out of here. But listen, this is Power Grind Boxing, courtesy of Power Grind Sports. I got to remind you to stay on the grind, punch the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, because I'm saying we on the grind, baby. Peace.